Okay, so I want to talk about how you can flow in your meetings and how you can get a meeting from beginning stage all the way to closing and what that structure is. So when you first go to your first meeting, it's a discovery meeting. You're not trying to sell anything. All you're doing is hearing that customer. You're extracting as much information from that customer as possible. You want to look for pain points, antiquated processes that they're using today, and see where your solution can come into play. You want to ask them a lot of questions. So in your first meeting, you're just asking questions because you're thinking in your mind, what can I sell them? What solution do I have for them? In the discovery meeting, you also want to build credibility with you and your brand. So after you're done asking them a lot of questions, you're going to talk a little bit about you, you're going to talk about your company. I want you to utilize storytelling. So utilize storytelling by saying, let me tell you a little bit about my company and where we've gone from this date all the way up till now. And then you're gonna go through, this is how I work with other customers. And, we wanna get you some pricing in place. We know that the solution is gonna be the best fit for your company. We have other companies similar to you. So say you're meeting with like a roofing company. We worked with this other roofing company, drop another roofing company name that's very credible. And we've been able to help them with X, Y, Z. You have to, try the solution or whatever this is. You say, all right, we're going to get a demo in place. Who's going to be managing the demo? You ask if it's them, if it's someone, that they work with, who's going to be managing it, and you set another meeting for the proposal. So the proposal is, you want to gauge of like what their pricing is today and flat out ask them, so what are you paying today? Can you pull up the bill? Can I see exactly what you have? And sometimes customers are like, oh, I don't know if I want to show you that. You say like, look, I'm trying to get you the absolute best deal. So I don't know that unless you give me the information. And then also, once you get that information, you're able to do a proposal and you come back and you bring the right people. So it's important to utilize, if you have an engineering team, your leadership team, in your first meeting when you're meeting with them, you want to make sure you're bringing someone technical because you're a salesperson. You don't need to do it all. You are just selling the product, but you need a technical person like a solutions architect or solutions engineer to go into detail of your product or whatever it is that you're selling. So whoever that is, bring them on the meeting in your first meeting so they can answer those questions. And then in your second meeting, I usually like to bring leadership. So you bring leadership to enforce that you went to bat for them and you're getting them the absolute best deal. And prior to that meeting, you ask everyone, hey, can you emphasize this? Hey, can you touch a little bit on this? If a customer tells you, hey, I'm hesitant about moving to your company because something network related or something technical related, then in the follow-up meeting, you make sure that your technical point of contact touches on that. So you're addressing every single concerns that they have. So before you go into that meeting, the first thing you want to do is address every concern, like combat every concern in the beginning, and then you go into your pricing, and then you move towards getting the deal signed. I want to just reiterate, whether you play sports or not, you are the quarterback of your sale. You're the one that controls everything. Nobody else is responsible for your success or lack of but you. And so if you want a deal done, you can't, if your manager drops the ball, if your engineer team drops the ball, if your finance drops the ball, like it's on you. You need to be able to pivot and move accordingly and control the sale. There will be times where you're working with people. People are imperfect, like you're imperfect, I'm imperfect, and people make mistakes, but you need to make sure that you don't just blame that person for not doing something. You say, okay, I really need this. This is how we're going to pivot and we're going to move forward. But you cannot give control to your customers and you cannot give control to other people internally. Like you are in control of your sale. And the last thing I want to say is building relationships. Relationships are key. When you're meeting with decision makers, they need to feel like they trust you. They need to feel like you hear them. You're solving a problem for them. You really understand their company and you're there to help them. They cannot feel like you're just another salesperson trying to win business with them. They need to feel like you actually care. So make sure when you're meeting with these clients that you're showing them that you are someone with integrity. You will do right by them. You will go to bat for them, and you're utilizing all your resources to get them the absolute best offer to help them in their company.